Welcome to Just Kick It with Big Bob, where I share my 2 bobs worth with you, whether you like it or not. It's just not cricket. Or is it not just cricket? Or is it just a game? That is the question. However way you want to spin it, there is always more to the positive spin rendered and wrought onto the game of cricket, and it is a game, when all is said and done, the positive spin perpetuated by the powers that be, whoever they are. There is more to it than meets the eye of the beholder per se. This view will not be popular. I fully understand that, and I will not be holding my breath for an invitation to the long room anytime soon. However, someone has to say it, and it might as well be me. The game of cricket is built on deception, on the flimsiest of premises, with the intent being to suppress the colonies in the far-flung corners of the empire, and this is illustrated by the meagreness of the holy grail of cricket, i.e. the Ashes, being none other than a teeny-weeny wooden urn full of mouldy old, ashes. Not forgetting, of course, the matter of vast amounts of filthy lucre to sweeten the bitter pill that the fierce rivalry so manifestly evident is forced to be swallowed by all and sundry, players and spectators alike. The game begins with the flip of the coin, and long since the glib rejoinder, heads I win, tails you lose, forewent its intended bantering levity, the veracity of the toss has been by and large called into question with regard to the result, i.e. is it heads or is it tails? Such a lack of consensus or unanimousness, leading to a degree of animousness, otherwise known as animosity, that does not get the game off on the right note, not by any stretch of the rules, whichever way you like to bend them. Furthermore, the game, standing as it does on foundations of shifting sands that ebb and flow with the tides of public opinion, also known as your televisual ratings, and is consequently in danger of suffering the fate of several, if not many, Pacific islands faced with the prospect of oblivion due to rising sea levels and the oblivious attitudes of your more terra firma-based nations. Italia terra est, Tonga insula est. That having been said, it will come as no surprise to many of our viewers that all is not as it seemed, and as our Houdinis and your Copperfields have known since Adam was knee-high to a mud crab, the hand is quicker than the eye. Hence, the stock in trade of your bowlers is, by their own admission, to variate their predictability through misdirection, manipulation, bamboozlement, bewilderment, confidence, trickery, and, in a word, downright legerdemain. Sim-salabim, to quote Dante the Dane. And I'm talking here of your wrong uns, your googlies, your doosras, your flippers, your top spinners, arm balls, cutters, swingers, in, out, reverse, your wobblers and bouncers, skimmers, wormbirders, and in the case of end lines, your bloody Jeffs. Not to mention the blokes who bowl what is known in the trade as straight breaks of a long run-up. Each and every one of the aforementioned deliveries conceived to deceive, and not an honest-to-goodness skerrick of line and length amongst them. And if your bowlers are your tricksters and shysters with 3-card tricks up their sleeves, what are the batters? They are the rogues and vagabonds of the story, capable as they are of culpable acts. For them it's all about the bravado, gum-chewing swagger, false confidence as they stride to the crease, steely-eyed to brashly mark out their territory with scratch and chop, 2 legs or 1 leg as the case may be, routinely going through routines before they proceed on a pillaging spree as they cut and parry, block and drive, sweep and pull, glide and hook, crack 4s, sneak singles, smash 6s, steal 2s, escape with 3s, get out of jail with missed runouts and dropped catches, fake alibis with look-away shuffles across the crease as they refer alleged snicks and LBWs upstairs to the third umpire, or merely loiter with intent at the non-striker's end. And I won't even mention the reverse sweep. Still and all, innovation is nothing new to the game of cricket. Never was. History proves this and is behind us, with the future ahead of us and the present being now. But what about the times when everything comes together and the moment arrives, and what is happening now happened 100 years ago and will happen in 100 years' time simultaneously and with a circularity that astounds and confounds even the most astute student of the game? Cricket is very unique and singular in that respect. However, do not mistake this for tacit endorsement, as the farthest thing from my mind is to negate the negatives whilst promulgating a more open and attacking style of play and taking opportunities as they present themselves that is identical and exactly the same as the occasion recalled by many when some years ago a commentator of the game, England versus West Indies, saw the opportunity and grabbed it with both hands. The batsman's holding, the bowler's willy. Thanks for listening. Until next time, and what with the so-called silly season looming, wherever and whenever that may be, remember, don't carry the world upon your shoulders, for well you know that it's a fool that plays it cool. You have been hearing and feeling Big Bob with my 2 bobs worth, whether you like it or not. And you don't get much for 2 bob these days.